You lied. You lied to YouTube. How could you? YouTube trusts you.
I thought it was boiling.
Oh.
Click thumbs up, do. Click subscribe, do. Freddy's Little Bites.
Let's go.
Hi guys, it's Eddie on Eddie's Little Bites, and today we're doing the fourth part of our Alexa challenge.
Woohoo!
So this is the way it works. So we draw a paper from our Follow Llama bin, and then we have to ask Amazon Alexa to show us a recipe, and we have to, and whatever she comes up with, we gotta bake it and then eat it.
That's right. So, I wonder what craziness we're gonna get into today.
Okay, so I'm gonna draw.
We also have some weird ones in there, like Dog Maxie's choice and
Mama Bites choice.
oh, Mama Bites choice. All right, so we will have to get Mama Bites out here, and she gets to pick what ethnicity or whatever type of food she wants, and with that, we will ask you know who to give us a recipe for that.
Yeah.
All right.
So, it's Mommy Bites' choice. So, Alexa, show me a recipe for shepherd's pie.
Okay, for shepherd's pie, here's a few recipes.
Ooh, what's this one? Ooh, my favorite, Alton Brown.
So, it's potatoes, half and half, butter, kosher salt. We even have the container that Alton Brown would use. Black pepper, egg yolk, canola oil, chopped onion, carrots, garlic, ground lamb. He did say in the video that I watched the other day that you could use any kind of meat. Doesn't have to be lamb. Tomato paste, we've got that, chicken broth, Worcestershire sauce, rosemary, thyme, corn, and peas.
All right, so we're going to have to go shopping for a few of these items.
Yeah, because
Not
we have
all of them,
a lot
though.
of them.
We've got onion already.
We do.
And we've got potatoes.
From
So
our last challenge.
Yep.
and we probably have carrots too.
Oh.
Woohoo!
All right, so we'll go shopping and we'll be
Back.
to cook the recipe.
I grabbed fresh roti and fresh thyme because Alton Brown would do it no other way. We just got back from the store, and we had some stuff that we had for some other cooking. So we cut up the carrots, and we are boiling the potatoes, and we're cutting up the onions. But the rest of it, we gotta still prep, right?
That's right. So, just to remind everybody, we are doing a shepherd's pie from the Food Network kitchen, picked by
Mama Bites.
Mama Bites, who is prepping the onion. So yeah, the first step is to prepare the potatoes to get the mash going. So that's why we're boiling the potatoes, and I haven't even looked at the recipe yet.
Don't worry, we're not actually boiling them right now with the styrofoam meat container right there.
You lied. You lied to YouTube.
So while the potatoes are getting baked, we are going to prepare the meat mixture. It includes onions, garlic,
Carrots?
carrots, and meat.
Yep.
All right, now
And some
Mommy
spices.
Bites is prepping some garlic.
And some herbs.
I think the garlic's just for flavor, right?
Yeah, the garlic is for flavor, but you can eat garlic.
Yeah.
We heated up the canola oil until it was shimmering here, and we're adding the carrots and onions that were prepped. And we're going to saute until they begin to take on some color.
Which they say is approximately 3 to 4 minutes. Then we're going to stir in the garlic. It says lamb in the recipe, I am not a huge fan of lamb. I did watch a video of Alton Brown making this, and he said you could use lamb, you could use pork, you can use beef, you could use a combination of all three, whatever you prefer.
So what are we using?
We are using ground beef.
Excellent.
Okay, so the onions and the carrots have become sort of translucent, starting to cook, and I'm going to put the garlic in. I'm going to combine that, and then we'll add the meat.
And of course, as Alton would say, always fresh.
Fresh should be defined as the condition most like when it was alive.
All right, so we put the garlic in. We're going to add the meat. Like I said, it's beef. We've got to add some salt and pepper. And a little bit of pepper. And we've got to get this all cooked up. Let's see, cooked to brown. And then, after that, we are going to turn it into kind of a, we're going to add stuff to make it kind of a sauce so that it's, if you've ever had shepherd pie, it's kind of in a gravy.
It's saucy.
So, I'm going to brown up the meat, and then we'll come back and add the ingredients that are going to turn it into the sauce. So the potatoes need to break in half easily, which they are. We don't want them too cooked. We're not trying to make completely mashed potatoes. Then what we're going to need to do is we're going to mix half and half in butter. We're going to heat it just a little bit in the microwave. And then we're going to drain these, and we're going to mix it all together, add some salt and pepper, and I'll show you the special ingredient at the very end. So I just added the microwaved half and half and butter back to the pot where I return the potatoes after we drain them, and I'm mashing them up. The butter, what isn't softened, is going to melt in the hot potatoes, and then I'm going to go to the refrigerator and I'm going to get the special ingredient. An egg, but not the whole egg.
Let's see, have you perfected Alton's technique?
No, because I'm really bad at...
Not bad.
Not too bad.
I'm impressed.
I'm kind of impressed with myself. And egg yolk. Gives it some nice color, too. Ooh. Didn't notice that when he was doing it. Oh, and it makes it kind of smooth. That's interesting. That's good to know.
Alton,
That's a tip, Alton.
feel free to comment on this video telling us why that happens.
Alright, so we're going to add the flour. Adding the flour kind of creates a roux. This seems to be a reoccurring theme. Was that 2 or 1?
That was just 1.
Alright.
Do you need to add 2?
I need to add 2. 2 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to coat the meat with the flour and cook for a minute. This will help when we put the other stuff in to thicken it up.
Then next we're going to be adding the tomato paste, Worcestershire sauce, chicken broth, thyme, rosemary, and of course it's fresh. There goes in the tomato paste. 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons of tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
Let me grab my napkin so I can get that stirred in. We bought some before and we put it in the freezer.
Per Alton Brown's recommendation.
Because you never go through those little cans unless you're making something that calls for a whole can. So per Alton's recommendation, we put it in the freezer, and I just brought it out, and we've had it out for maybe 15 minutes, and it was already getting to the point where it was soft enough that I could scoop some off of it. Alright, and how much?
1 cup of chicken broth.
1 cup of chicken broth. I got the chicken broth over here. And I got the 1 cup measure right here. One cup of chicken broth. Learned my lesson from one of the other recipes, not to stick my face over the hot thing I'm putting liquid into.
1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce.
I'm going to stir this in first, make sure I got all my flour in, and make sure my tomato paste is getting stirred in. All right. 1 teaspoon, tablespoon.
1 teaspoon, it says, according to Alexa here.
All right, 1 teaspoon.
Yep, 1 teaspoon.
Oh, I love the smell of this. And I can't find my teaspoon measure. 1, 2. Yes, I can only find the quarter. 3.
It's because I made Welsh cookies earlier, and it's probably in the dishwasher.
It probably is, you're right. All right.
And then the thyme and rosemary.
And it says to, let's see,
To
bring to a boil and reduce heat to low.
Okay, so we just added the rosemary and thyme, and there's our mix. It's starting to thicken up. And oh boy, is that beautiful.
What's that smell?
Well, you're probably smelling the mixture here.
Oh, that does smell good.
Doesn't it smell delicious? Again, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision, because wow, it is wonderfully fragrant in here with the rosemary, the thyme, and all the other stuff that we've added.
So it tells us to cover it and cook it for 10 minutes or so until the sauce is thickened. But it looks to me like the sauce has actually thickened.
Yeah, it did already.
So I'm going to cover it for just a second while I get out peas. And we need half a cup of peas and half a cup of corn. I'm going to mix them in. And we are going to let them just thaw out a little bit, and then we're going to grab an 11 by 7 inch glass baking dish. We might use one of my Pyrex dishes. What do you think about that?
Mama Bites collects Pyrex and Fire King, if anyone didn't know that.
She has a whole area set up and a spelling box that's spelled Pyrex over there.
All
She
right.
does.
I'm gonna- Okay, so it's all ready to go in. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it into, it says 11 by 7, or yeah, 11 by 7. I like these baking dishes. Works
And what
kind of-
pattern is this, honey? I expect you to know.
Oh geez, it's acre. This is my workhorse. This is not one of the pieces that I collect. Actually, a really nice guy at a antique place gave it to me because he couldn't get the stain out, and he knew that I wanted to use it to make casseroles and stuff like that in. Plops around the edges to seal it so it doesn't bubble over. That probably was too big of a plop. Because you don't want it to bubble out of the edges. We're also going to put it on a baking sheet that's lined with parchment for easy cleanup. And so if any bubbles over, you want to come and see what we're doing?
Uh-huh. Ooh, yum.
So I'm spreading out. These are basically,
Like Alton Brown's video.
yes, where he plopped it all on, right? And this one little piece over here.
And for those of you that don't know Alton Brown, he is the cook in the show Good Eats. Good Eats Returns. He's the guy on
Chopped.
Iron Chef. He's all over the place. He is my cooking idol because he talks about the science
Behind the food.
behind the food.
We don't know the science behind the food.
You know some of it.
Yes, we know some
Alrighty.
of it, but not.
All right, so there it is.
Gonna smooth it out a little bit more, and then we're gonna put it in the oven.
Okay, we have our convection oven set to 400, which auto converts to 375, and we just put it in there. And we're gonna let it cook for how long, dear?
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Or until the potatoes begin to brown.
Or until the potatoes, wow, begin to brown. All right, we'll be back.
So it looks very close to the pictures. We haven't dug into it yet.
And we just took it out of the oven. As you can see, the gravy is kind of still boiling out. Watch you don't get too close there, bud.
Mommy Bites
And
didn't seal it real well along the edge.
here is what it looks like. If the camera, there we go. So we'll see when we dig in and what we get, but it's time for our
Taste test!
final reviews and taste test. We'll be back. So, Bud, it looks a little hot. I don't think you're ready yet.
I found something to cool down.
Oh, jeez. You just did that.
So I blowed on it. Well, actually, fanned on it. And so I'm ready to eat, but before I do, can you please subscribe and ring the bell? So now I'm going to take my first.
And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and comment if you want to see more of these Alexa challenges.
Oh, it's not hot. Oh. What?
It smells delicious.
It's really good. You can taste the carrot, you can taste the beef, and you can taste the mashed potatoes. They're like the perfect thing. And
Peas?
the peas and corn just gives it like a tiny bit of like, and it makes it like so good. It like makes it like fluffy, and it's so good. Let me have really good. So how about this time it's Daddy Bite's turn?
Oh, okay. And this was Mommy Bites' choice. I don't know.
Sorry for the fork noises. Eddie's over here eating. And I overruled him since it was Mommy Bites' choice. Mommy Bites decided she was going next.
Careful, yours is very hot. You can see the steam.
Oh, that's really good. The potatoes are nice and creamy. They've got a little bit of a nice crust on the top, a little bit of browning. The meat and all the seasonings, and you can really taste the thyme and the rosemary. It's really good. But it was my choice. I didn't pick shepherd's pie because I don't like it. I picked it because I do. So, let's go on to Daddy Bites and see how he feels about it.
Yeah! Daddy Bites!
Daddy Bites' turn.
Okay, Daddy Bites' turn. And yeah, immediately you can definitely get the smell of the rosemary and the thyme. It's very fragrant and looks very, very good. Very appetizing. So, good recipe here, Alton.
What about good choice, Mommy Bites?
Oh, yeah. Very, very, very well done. Good choice, hon. Very excited about those. The meat is cooked perfectly. The potatoes are extremely creamy. You can taste the vegetables like you said, Bud. And then you get the herbs and all the other flavors come together. It's like the perfect sandwich in a casserole, pot pie type setting. Thingamawig, yeah. That's exactly it. I cannot wait to have more of this. So another score for the Alexa Food Challenge. Woohoo! Keep it up, Alexa. Looking forward to more. And I think before we finish, there's one last thing to do here.
And remember to enjoy every little bite. Bye.